To avoid bankruptcy, the father sold his 20-year-old daughter for $500 to the 50-year-old village chief. But in this extremely cold weather, the village chief, in order to save some money, did not even light the stove. Ellie did not even enter the bedroom. The village chief held the wedding with her right at the table. Ellie never could have imagined that the seemingly well-off village chief was actually such a stingy man. Meanwhile, Ellie's boyfriend, who had not yet heard the news, was still writing letters to her full of hope. He promised once this cold winter passed, he would come to marry Ellie. But what he did not know was that Ellie had already married the miserly village chief and was living a poor and difficult life. Even when the rice and oil at home were all gone, the village chief still refused to spend money to buy more. He only focused on making traps, hoping to catch small animals to fill their stomachs. Even though the village chief did not want others to know this, Ellie still could not bear the hunger and returned to her family home. When she ran into a neighbor, the neighbor mentioned how envious they were that she married the village chief, completely unaware of the life Ellie was truly living. At that moment, her father happened to come out. When he said he would visit the village chief that afternoon, Ellie quickly refused, claiming her husband did not like outsiders. At that moment, her father seemed to realize his daughter's struggles, but this choice was something he had caused himself. Right after her father went back inside, the neighbor suddenly handed her a stack of letters. They were all letters Jason had written to Ellie, but now it was all too late. Ellie could only read these words full of love, and with regret tore them all to pieces. By the time noon came, Ellie hurried back home carrying the food her father had given her. But when the village chief saw the food in the bag, he looked at Ellie with confusions. Ellie hurriedly explained it was from her father and no money was spent. This one sentence instantly enraged the village chief. He believed his dignity had been trampled. Ellie did not dare to argue. She could only endure the pain and run back to her room. As the weather gradually warmed, the forest ranger Jason finally returned to the town. When he heard from a child by the road that Ellie had married, he thought the child was joking. But when the child said the village chief's name, Jason's heart instantly sank to confirm the truth. Jason went to Ellie's father's shop to ask. When the definite answer came from her father's mouth, Jason's heart nearly stopped beating. That afternoon, Ellie was wiping the floor when she suddenly felt a sharp pain in her abdomen. She rushed to the bathroom to clean the stains. Afterwards, she hid the red cloth, not daring to let the village chief find out, because she knew she was already pregnant, and the father of the child was Jason's.